Understood. You want the story rewritten smoothly without timestamps or numbering. Just clean narration. Here is your rewritten version. Once upon a time, in a small Indian village surrounded by mustard fields and dusty banyan trees, there lived an old man named Herodes. His body was bent with age, his hands trembled, and every step he took carried the weight of many difficult years. Yet every morning, before the sun fully rose, he would lift a heavy basket of vegetables onto his head and walk toward the market. The basket was always too heavy for him. It contained potatoes, onions, spinach, and other vegetables that pressed down on him like the burden of life itself. But Herodes never complained. He believed that pain was something to endure quietly. People in the village often saw him walking slowly on the muddy road, his feet bare, his eyes fixed forward. Some children called him the old vegetable man. Some buyers bargained harshly, as if his hard work had no value. Herodes accepted everything in silence. In his youth, he had been strong and hardworking. He had worked in fields, carried heavy sacks, and built wells with stones. But life had taken much from him. His wife had passed away. His son had left the village, and illness had weakened his body. Still, he believed his duty was to keep going no matter what. One summer morning, the heat was unbearable. The sun burned the earth, and the air felt heavy. Herodes placed his basket on his head and started walking toward the market as usual. But halfway there, his strength gave out. His legs trembled, and he collapsed under an old tree. The basket fell from his head, and vegetables scattered across the ground. For a moment, he just sat there in silence, filled with shame. "I cannot even carry my own burden," he whispered to himself bitterly. As he tried to stand, a calm voice came from under the shade of the tree. "Why do you speak so harshly to yourself?" Herodes looked up and saw an old wanderer sitting quietly beneath the tree. His eyes were peaceful, as if he understood life deeply. "I am weak," Herodes said. "If I stop working, I will have nothing to survive." The wanderer smiled gently and picked up a fallen tomato, placing it back in the basket. "You carry a burden heavier than your age every day," he said. "And yet you call yourself weak." Herodes stayed silent. The wanderer continued, "Tell me, if a basket breaks, do you throw it away or repair it?" "I repair it," Herodes replied. "And if your body collapses under pressure, do you blame it or take care of it?" Herodes lowered his eyes. "For years," he said slowly, "I have been told to be strong. If I rest, I feel guilty. If I slow down, I feel useless." The wanderer shook his head. "Being kind to yourself is not weakness. Even a lamp cannot burn if it keeps giving out oil without rest." He gently helped Herodes reduce the load in his basket and said, "Carry less today. Rest when you need to." Life is not a race of suffering. That day, Herodes reached the market late and earned less money than usual. But for the first time, he returned home without collapsing from exhaustion. Slowly, he began to change. He started resting under the tree each morning. He reduced his load and worked at a pace his body could handle. At first, people mocked him for carrying less. But over time, something changed. He became healthier, calmer, and more present. People began to respect him more. Some even helped him. Children greeted him with smiles, and villagers spoke to him with kindness. Years passed, and Herodes learned a simple truth that changed his life forever. Suffering is not a sign of strength. Endurance without care is not wisdom. True strength is knowing when to stop, when to rest, and when to be kind to yourself. And from that day on, he no longer carried the heaviest load in silence. He carried only what life required and nothing more. If you want, I can rewrite your other stories in this same clean cinematic style so they all match for a YouTube channel.